Diary of Private Daniel Cooper, 1943 to 1944. March 15, 1943. Today I turned 19. I didn't celebrate it at home. Not at a table with my father and mother. I spent my birthday in a damp wooden barracks that smelled of smoke, oil, and fear. The sergeant said, "Get used to it, soldier. War is your home now." My hands were shaking, even though I tried to hide it. I'm writing this so I don't lose my mind. If I die, let these pages at least prove that I once lived. April 2, 1943. They send us to the front line. The ground here is black, as if soaked with blood. Shells tear through the air, and every explosion makes me flinch like a scared kid. The older soldiers are silent. They already know that screaming won't help. Today I held my rifle as if it were part of my body. But my fingers refused to obey. April 5, 1943. My first battle. I used to wonder what a man feels when he fires his first shot. Now I know. It isn't bravery. It isn't rage. It's emptiness. The enemy appeared suddenly. The sergeant shouted, "Fire!" I pulled the trigger. The shot was short and dull. I didn't see who I hit. After that, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I killed a man. Or maybe I just fired at a shadow. I don't know which thought is worse. July 18, 1943. We were retreating across an open field when the tanks came. The ground trembled beneath them, like the heartbeat of the world itself. The sergeant looked at me and pressed a bundle of grenades into my hands. "Can you do it?" I didn't answer. I just nodded. I crawled forward, pressing my body into the dirt. The tank tracks were terrifyingly close. I could hear metal grinding against stone. My heart was pounding so loud I thought they'd hear it. When the tank stopped, I slipped behind it and threw the grenades. Explosion. Fire. Screams. The tank burned like some mechanical beast from hell. I stared at it and felt no pride. Only horror at what I had done. July 19, 1943. They called me a hero today. Shook my hand. Gave me an extra ration. That night, I dreamed of the tank. Of the men trapped inside it, screaming. I woke up drenched in sweat, staring into the darkness. Heroes don't have dreams like that. So I guess I'm not one. January 3, 1944. The winter is brutal. The cold cuts straight through our bones. We huddle around a small fire and sit in silence. There's nothing left to say. All the words belong to the life we had before the war. I think about home a lot. About my mother's hands. About the sound of the gate creaking in our yard. Will I ever see it again? War never answers. February 12, 1944. Tommy was killed today. A sniper got him. He collapsed right next to me without a sound. Yesterday we shared bread. Today I stared into his open eyes. I'm writing this because I'm afraid someone might be writing about me tomorrow. February 28, 1944. We were ordered to hold this position at all costs. Enemy artillery hasn't stopped for hours. The earth is splitting apart, the sky is black. I feel like something is coming. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's fate. March 1, 1944. If someone finds this diary, know this. I wasn't afraid to live. I was afraid of not having enough time. The shells are landing closer now. I load my rifle and think of only one thing. Let it end quickly. The diary ends here. Private Daniel Cooper was killed that day during a mortar attack. He was 19 years old. He was buried in a mass grave without a name. Years later, his diary was found in a collapsed trench, among rust, dirt, and silence. He never became a general. He never came home. But his words remain, proof that behind every war statistic is a human life. Years later, in the summer of 1968, a construction crew was clearing old battlefield land. Beneath layers of dirt and broken wood, they found a rusted ammunition box. Inside it was a small notebook. The pages were yellow, fragile, but readable. A historian flipped through it slowly, until something fell out. A single folded page. It wasn't listed in any records. March 2nd, 1944. I'm still alive. They think I'm dead. The explosion buried me under dirt and wood. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. But I'm breathing. A medic dragged me out hours later. My legs are shattered. I don't know if I'll ever walk again. But I'm alive. If this is my last entry, let it say this. War didn't make me a hero. It made me a witness. And if I survive, I will spend the rest of my life trying to forget the sounds. The page ended there. No official records ever confirmed that Private Daniel Cooper survived. No grave carries his name. Some believe he died days later from his wounds. Others believe he lived, broken, silent, anonymous. But one thing is certain. The war didn't take his voice. Only the world forgot to listen.